Javaga from NSTA Chennai. So last class studied simple stress and strain, the theory portion. Now today's class we are going to study the problems on that chapter, simple stress and strain. Once you understand the theory, problems are dead easy. So just to recall the last class theory portion. So last class on simple stress and strain chapter, first we studied what is meant by stress. For today's class we are dealing about problem only. So even though just I recall in a brief. So first we studied what is meant by stress. In that formula given, point number 1, stress is equal to force divided by area. So the definition is the ratio between force and area of original cross section is called stress. For doing problem, simply you take force divided by area. Or you can say load divided by area. So both formulas are same. Either force divided by area or load divided by area. Stress actual definition is the ratio between force and area is called stress. How much force applied, how much area resisting that force. The ratio between them is called stress. Unit depends upon force and area. While doing problem, I will explain. Then second, strain definition we studied. The ratio between change in length and original length is called strain. The meaning is, if force is applied, the length will get changed or dimension will get changed. So the change in dimension divided by original dimension is called strain. Or you can say the change in length and the ratio between change in length and original length is called strain. It has no unit. Then there are two types of strain, linear strain and lateral strain. The linear strain is the length axis. The dimension will get changed. The change in dimension or change in length divided by original length is called linear strain. Or you can say longitudinal strain, both are same. The length axis, how much the dimension changed. There is L2 minus L1, or you can say delta L. Delta L means change in length, a small amount compared with the original length. You get linear strain. Then lateral strain, while the length is getting changed, diameter will also get reduced. How much the dimension changed? It is the diameter changed. And given as a delta D. Delta D means change in dimension compared with the original dimension. So the ratio between change in diameter and original diameter is called the lateral strain. You can say diameter or the lateral axis is other axis. So there are two types of strain formula given. Then the third formula, Young's modulus formula. The ratio between stress and strain is called Young's modulus. Stress formula we already studied. Strain formula I already studied. The ratio between them is called Young's modulus, the third formula. Then fourth one, factor of safety. So factor of safety, the last class I told, is a data given by the supplier or sometime supplied by the dealer or material dealer. Otherwise, we can send the material to the lab, testing lab, get a certificate. They tested the rod. After testing, the factor of safety value they got. They are testing the rod at maximum load, how much load it can withstand. They are testing the rod by breaking. So then only you will get factor of safety. So just to recall, factor of safety is the ratio between ultimate stress and safe stress, or ultimate load divided by safe load. Then another fifth one, Poisson's ratio. It's the ratio between lateral strain and linear strain. Already formula left hand side available. The ratio between lateral strain and linear strain is called Poisson's ratio. It is denoted by letter 1 by m, or you can say mu. Then sixth one is the relation between three modulus. Capital E means Young's modulus. Capital N means rigidity modulus. Capital letter K, bulk modulus. And 1 by m as usual, Poisson's ratio. The relation between the three modulus can be found out by using this formula. E is equal to 2n within bracket 1 plus 1 by m is equal to 3k within bracket 1 minus 2 by m. So I keep the formula in mind, then we can go into the problem. Problems are easy. Theory also three definition very important. What is meant by stress, what is meant by strain, and what is meant by Young's modulus. So of course, Poisson's ratio formula, factor of safety formula. More important, stress, strain, and Young's modulus formula. And the first problem, a copper rod of 50 mm diameter is subjected to a tensile load of 5000 Newton. Calculate the stress. So read the problem. A copper rod of 50 mm diameter. So diameter of the rod given is subjected to a tensile load of 5000 Newton. Load given. Calculate the stress. As usual, start the problem from the question. Calculate the stress. So stress, the problem is taken from stress chapter. Then formula, you call the formula from your memory. Stress formula, force divided by area or load divided by area. Go to the last line. Stress is equal to force divided by area of original cross section. While doing problem, is simply tell force divided by area or load divided by area. Here full definition I am given. Force applied divided by area of original cross section. The theoretical definition. But while doing problem, simply write force divided by area or load divided by area. So in the numerator, 5000 load given. Denominator, area. So round rod means the area of cross section is pi r square formula. So here they are telling a copper rod of 50 mm diameter. So it is a round rod. So round rod means pi r square formula you have to apply. Very simple. So in the numerator, 5000 is the tensile load. The denominator, you apply area formula pi r square. Pi into 25 square. Diameter given, but the radius formula mostly we are using. So radius is half of the value. So the last first line on spelling mistake, radius, not a radium. M letter is replaced by S. So nothing is wrong. Diameter half is the radius. So I think understand. Load divided by area. Last line you go. Stress is equal to force divided by area. 5000 divided by pi r square. The 5000 divided by pi into radius 25 square means you will get 2.546. I already told unit there is no standard. Whatever unit as it is applied. Newton divided by mm square. So stress, slowly easy problem. Load given, diameter given. Then second problem. A 10 mm square rod is subjected to a tensile load of 2500 kgf. Load given, first one, a 10 mm square rod. The size of the rod. The first problem, round rod given. Here square rod given. Square rod means side value they are given 10 mm. 10 by 10 square rod. The load, tensile load applied is 2500 kgf. So load given, side given. Question is calculate the tensile stress. So formula, tensile stress formula, load divided by area. Tensile stress means tensile load divided by area. For example, compressive stress means compressive load divided by area. So depends upon the load, that type of stress you will get. Here tensile load given, so tensile stress you will get. Tensile load divided by area. So stress formula same, load divided by area. Tensile load given means tensile stress you will get. Compressive load given means compressive stress you will get. Shear load given means shear stress you will get. Here tensile load, so tensile stress you will get. So the formula tensile load divided by area. Tensile load given is 2500, already written in given data. Area of cross section is a square rod. Square area formula A square, where A is side value. So 10 square, 2500 divided by 10 square, will get 25 kg per mm square. A small change. First problem, round rod, we applied pi r square formula. Second problem, round rod, we applied square formula. Go to third, calculate the stress on the wire. 8.5 square mm cross section loaded with 50 kg weight. Slowly read. Calculate the stress. Stress they are asking on the wire of 8.5 square mm cross section. This is the data 8.5 square mm cross section. This is area value. 8.5 square mm is the area directly given. Stress they are asking, area they are given, loaded with 50 kg weight, load given. So load is the given data, area given as 8.5 square millimeter, load given as a 50 kg. So stress you have to calculate, load divided by area. So load 50 divided by area, no formula here required because directly area value given. So formula not required. Directly you apply the value 8.5, so you will get 5.833. When compared with the previous two problems, the first problem diameter given, so we applied diameter area formula pi r square. The second problem square data given, so applied a square formula. Here no formula for area. Directly apply the value 8.5, you will get 5.833 kg per mm square. So go to problem number 4. So read the problem carefully. So read 1 or 2 times. A bar of steel 2.5 centimeter diameter is the diameter given, was subjected to a compressive load of 4500 kg. So load given. The compression in a length of 20 centimeter was found to be 0.008 centimeter. Carefully read, once again read. The compression in a length of 20 centimeter was found to be 0.008 centimeter. So that 20 centimeter is original length of the rod. Was found to be 0.008 centimeter means the data is change in length. Don't think that it is not final length. The change in length, it is L2 minus L1 after elongation. The elongation value, that is change in dimension value 0.008. So carefully take. So 20 centimeter is original length and 0.008 centimeter is change in length, not final length. Question is find the Young's modulus of elasticity of the bar. Start the problem from the question. Young's modulus of elasticity of the bar. So Young's modulus formula, stress divided by strain. Last line given. Always start the problem from the question. Young's modulus formula. First we call the formula. Young's modulus formula, stress divided by strain. The last line given, E is equal to stress divided by strain. So both the data not given, directly not given. So for calculating Young's modulus, stress value required, strain value required. First you find out stress and you find out strain. Separately you find out the value after writing the data. Given data, diameter they are given 2.5 centimeter. You find out radius of the value 1.25 centimeter. And second line, compressive load given 4500 kg. Original length given 20 centimeter. Change in length they are given 0.008. Question is E is equal to Young's modulus equal to question mark. So data are clearly written. Then first you find out stress. Stress is equal to force divided by area or load divided by area. Here 4,500 is the load divided by area. Here pi r square formula required. Here rod is a round rod. So you will get the stress value 916.6 kg per centimeter square. Then go to strain formula, change in length divided by original length. CL divided by OL I have written. That is change in length divided by original length. So here unit very important. Change in length 0.008 centimeter divided by original length also in centimeter. So supply the unit data with the correct unit. Both are in centimeter. So correctly available, given data correct. Suppose one is given in millimeter, another in centimeter, means you must convert either into millimeter or into centimeter. Here no problem, both are in centimeter. Divide the value, you get 0.004. Then apply the formula. E is equal to stress divided by strain. Stress value in the numerator, strain value in the denominator. Divide the value, you will get some number. So unit is kg per centimeter square. So already studied, strain has no unit. So stress unit, Young's modulus unit, both are same. Whatever may be the unit of stress, the same unit for Young's modulus. So in this problem, everything clear problem, everything is given correctly. All the data are correctly given, and the three definition, important definition: stress, strain, Young's modulus. So clear problem, no confusion in this problem. Data are clear, and we calculated correctly. Then go to problem number 5. Which force is required, or what force is required to stretch a steel wire 1 square centimeter in cross section to double of its length? What force is required, or how much force required to stretch a steel wire? Stretch means we are applying tensile force, automatically the wire will get stretched up. 1 square centimeter in cross section, that is the area value given, to double of its length. That means change in length 2L. E value given 2 into 10 power 12 dynes per centimeter square. So read once again, which force, or we can say what force. What force is required? So force value they are asking to stretch a steel wire 1 square centimeter in cross section, area of cross section given, to double of its length. That means if you are assuming original length L, means change in length is 2L. Understand or not? Capital E 2 into 10 power 12 dynes per centimeter square. So given data, you check once again. Force they are asking, area of cross section of the rod given 1 square centimeter. Let original length, if you are assuming as L, means change in length is 2L. Original length L means double of its length, it is elongated. Elongation is 2L. That is L2 minus L1 value is 2L. Capital E value given. So as usual, start the problem from the question. Force is our data. The question. Force is available in the first formula. 3 formula I told important. Stress, strain, Young's modulus. The stress formula only force coming. But the stress data not given. But Young's modulus value given. So the problem, when compared with the last problem, you reversely go. Without stress value, we can't find out force, because force data coming in the stress formula only. So go to the solution bar. First you find out strain. Whatever data available, you find out. Strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. Change in length, already the data we are written 2L. The elongation value 2L divided by original length L. So LL will get cancelled. The change in length value is the strain you will get 2. So last problem we are reversely going. Then you apply Young's modulus. Stress divided by strain is the Young's modulus value formula. So always keep the question in mind. Our aim is to find out force. Force is coming in stress formula. Anyway, stress data required. For that purpose only we are going here and there. So stress formula from that, stress is equal to E into strain, Young's modulus into strain. E data already given. E means Young's modulus. 2 into 10 power 12. Strain we already calculated. First line. 2. You multiply, you will get 4 into 10 power 12 is stress. So in some way we got the stress value. It's not directly given. Indirectly we found out from some method. Stress is equal to 4 into 10 power 12. Once you got the stress value, then you apply the usual formula. First formula stress divided by strain, stress formula force divided by area. So force equal to stress into area. The first formula we are rearranging. First formula says stress is equal to force divided by area. No? In that formula, force equal to stress divided by, only we are rearranging. Stress is equal to stress into area. Stress value 4 into 10 power 12 into 1. That is area already given. You get 4 into 10 power 12 dynes. So the dynes is force unit. So the problem is not a complicated problem. So within the 3 formula, stress, strain, and Young's modulus. Within the 3 formula, we are going here and there. Some way we calculated the force value. Solve the problem like this only. So the 3 formula very important. Stress, strain, and Young's modulus. Some problem directly, in the 4th problem directly we solved everything. Here some not confusion, little tough problem when compared to 4. Then go to problem number 6. A 4 meter long copper wire of diameter 3 mm is used to support a mass of 50 kg. What will be the elongation of the wire? E is equal to 7 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. It is similar to previous problem number 5. So problem number 5 and 6 is little tough problem when compared with problem number 4. 4 problem direct data problem. Here some indirect. So check the data. A 4 meter long copper wire, that is original length 4 meter, of diameter 3 mm. So diameter 3 mm is radius 1.5 mm to support a mass of 50 kg. So load 50 kg given, mass or load. What will be the elongation of the wire? Change in length they are asking. Capital E value 7 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. So in this problem, little unit confusion. Young's modulus value they are given as 7 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. Newton means force unit. Meter square means that dimension, mm and other thing unit. So that's now you read once again a 4 meter long copper wire. So the greater data, Young's modulus data, 7 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. So I am reading is you have to convert all the unit into meter. So first here 4 meter long copper wire, it is already given in meter, and but the diameter they are given in 3 meter. You must convert into meter. Already converted. The given data you go through first line. diameter 3 mm, radius 1.5 mm, converted into meter means 0.0015 meter. You must convert it because otherwise problem you have to substitute in proper unit. Mass they are given as 50 kg, you have to convert into Newton. One formula available, kg to Newton conversion formula is 9.8. 1 kg is equal to 9.8 Newton. So you convert 50 kg into Newton, 50 into 9.8 Newton. It is required because the unit is Young's modulus unit is Newton per meter square. That's why you are converting all the kg value into Newton, all the mm value into meter. Then our aim is change in length, question mark. Change in length is coming in second strain formula. First you find out strain in indirect method. So the Young's modulus value they are given as 7 into 10 power 10 Newton per meter square. That data also given. Solve the problem. Stress is equal to load divided by area. Both the data is given. You substitute the value load 50 into 9.8, area of pi r square formula, where r is equal to 0.0015. Substitute you will get 693.29 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter square. Stress value we calculated. What is stress? They are not asking. What is stress calculator? Then E is equal to stress divided by strain. The third formula you applied. Strain is equal to, from that strain is equal to stress divided by Young's modulus. Stress divided by E. Stress value not given, but we calculated. So 693.21 into 10 power 5. Divided by Young's modulus value already given in the question. 7 into 10 power 10. Supply, divide. You will get strain value 99.03 into 10 power minus 5 you are getting. But strain is not our question. Our question is change in length. Now apply the change in length, strain formula. We know strain formula. Change in length divided by original length. So change in length is cross multiply. Original formula strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. From that change in length is strain into original length. Strain value we calculated and multiply with the original length. You will get original length already given in meter. So multiply, finally you will get 0.00396 meter. You will get in meter only. If you want, you convert into millimeter. So sometime indirect problem. Is problem number 5 and 6 both are indirect problem. But problem fully depends upon the three formulas: stress, strain, and Young's modulus. You are not going outside. Within the three formula, you are going here and there. So once you start the question, what will be the elongation? Where it is available? Second formula. So strain data required. Strain data not directly given. Get the strain value from some other area. Just go through it. Then problem number 7. An iron wire of diameter 0.4 mm, so diameter given, heated uniformly to 300 degrees centigrade and clamped at its end while hot. After heating, they are both ends they are clamped by means of bolt and nut. Find the pull exerted. Pull means force. Exerted means applied. Find the force applied on the clamps when it has cooled to 20 degrees centigrade. Final temperature. Initial temperature 300 degrees centigrade. Final temperature they are telling 20 degrees centigrade. New data on data given. Coefficient of linear expansion is 1 into 10 power 5 per degree centigrade. A new data, coefficient of linear expansion. Don't get confused. Read the problem once again. Iron wire of, and check with the given data. An iron wire of 0.4 mm diameter. So diameter given as 0.4 mm. Here force is first line, given data. Force is question mark. Diameter they are given as 0.4 mm. So automatically radius is of the value 0.2 mm. Initial temperature 300 degrees centigrade, T1. Final temperature they are given T2 20 degrees centigrade. Coefficient of linear expansion 1 into 10 power 5 per degree centigrade. And E value given. So the coefficient of linear expansion is a new formula. Change in length divided by original length into change in temperature. Bottom change in temperature, new word comes. We already know. Change in length divided by original length means strain formula. Because of force applied, the dimension will get changed. The length will get changed. Compared with the original length, strain formulas we know. Because of temperature applied, or if your heat applied, then also dimension will get changed. Because of heat applied, the dimension will get changed. Means it is called coefficient of linear expansion. So the formula says the ratio between change in length per original length because of temperature change. Because of heat applied, means the word change, coefficient of linear expansion. Otherwise, the formula is strain formula. Change in length divided by original length is strain formula. Because of heat applied means it is called coefficient of linear expansion formula. Only a small change. Now coefficient of linear expansion value 1 into 10 power 5 given. Change in length not given. Original length not given. But a change in temperature we know 300 minus 20. So cross multiply, finally we get strain is equal to 280 into 10 power 5. So strain value we are obtained from this data. Coefficient of linear expansion data they are given. From that data we are getting the value strain is equal to 280 into 10 power 5. Then as usual, once the strain value obtained, anything we can possible. E is equal to stress divided by strain formula. From that you calculate stress value. That is E into strain. E already they are given 1 into 10 power 12. Strain value we calculated 280 into 10 power minus 5. So final answer is 280 into 10 power 7 is our stress value. Once the stress value obtained, then you can go for force. Take the data and substitute in stress formula. The stress formula, force divided by area. Rearranging, force equal to stress into area. Stress value 280 into 10 power 7. Then the area, pi r square formula you have to apply. You are round rod. Multiply, you will get 352 into 10 power 4. Dynes you will get. But how dynes? E value they are given in terms of dynes only, force value. So dynes, just go through it. So only difference is coefficient of linear expansion value, new data given for calculating strain. From that data, we calculate the strain. Go to problem number 8. What safe load can be suspended from a wire of 6 mm diameter if the ultimate tensile strength of the material is 3500 kg per centimeter square and factor of safety is 5. So what safe load? Safe load, they are asking, question is safe load. If you want to find out safe load, safe stress required. Not given. Can be suspended from a wire of 6 mm diameter, so round rod. If the ultimate tensile strength means ultimate stress value given 3500 kg per centimeter square and factor of safety value given. So write the data. Safe load is our question. First you read the problem carefully and write the data. Once you write the data, problem automatically depends upon the formula only. Safe load question mark, diameter they are given 6 mm. As usual, convert into radius 3 mm, convert into centimeter, 0.3 centimeter. Ultimate stress they are given 3500 kg per centimeter square. Factor of safety they are given as 5. First you apply factor of safety formula. Ultimate stress divided by safe stress. Factor of safety they are given 5. Ultimate stress they are given as 3500. Then cross multiply, you will get safe stress 700. Once the safe stress calculated, then finish. Safe stress is 700. Then apply the formula. Safe stress formula, safe load divided by area. We want safe load. So cross multiply safe stress and area. Safe stress is 700 and area formula pi r square. Or you must substitute, very careful. Or you must supply in terms of centimeter. Because we the data given 3500 given in terms of kg per centimeter square. So unit very, very important. So finally you got safe load 198 kg. The factor safety formula also. Ultimate stress, safe stress, factor safety, all the data, one problem is solved. Then go to problem number 9. Calculate the pressure required to punch 19 mm diameter blank of steel sheet 5 mm thick. The ultimate shear stress is 36 kg per square millimeter. So this problem mainly used for the tool and die people. That is the punch. They are using a punch and die. For them, it is very much required. What is the capacity of the punch? Press, you can say the press required. Calculate the pressure required to punch a 19 mm diameter blank of steel. So 19 mm diameter is 90 mm, blank of steel sheet 5 mm thick. So it's around similar to our coin. The coin very, you have seen our coin, 1 rupee or 5 rupee coin. So the diameter is 19 mm. The thickness of the coin is here in our problem 5 mm. So that type of blank we required, 19 mm diameter and 5 mm thickness blank, similar to our coin required in the mass production. Normally to prepare the coins, they are going for a mass production. The mass production, they are using the press. They are supplying the sheet at one end. They will design first the punch and die. The tool and die people design what is the capacity. First you have to capacity of the punch required, press you have to calculate. So this problem mainly for calculating the capacity of the press or tonnage of the press we wanted to purchase for making this type of blank. So the application of this chapter. So diameter of the blank 19 mm given, radius 9.5 mm given, thickness 35 mm given, ultimate stress they are given 36 kg per square millimeter given, pressure. That question is calculate the pressure required. Pressure is nothing but compressive stress. According to our chapter, they are asking pressure. According to our chapter, this compressive stress we have to calculate. So first line, the data given shear stress. Shear stress is equal to shear force divided by shear area. From this you find out shear force. So cross multiply shear stress into shear area. Shear stress they are given 36 and shear area. So what is the shear area? The punch while meeting with the mechanical knowledge required. While the punch come and contact with the sheet, we are feeding the sheet and the punch contact with the sheet and cut the curved surface area of the blank. The formula curved surface area of a cylinder or disc formula is 2 pi r h or 2 pi r here thickness of the plate. The shear area. They are only the outer portion only cutting shearing is happen on outer area, the peripheral area or lateral surface area, not lateral surface, curved surface area of the coin or the blank. That is 2 pi r t formula. So shear stress is 36 into 2 pi r t formula. 2 pi r already given 9.5, thickness 5 So all are in mm. So straight away you will get 300 into 9.5 pi. Then you go to formula, pressure formula. Pressure means compressive stress formula. Stress formula. Actually, the compressive force divided by resisting area. The original, because I already given pressure is equal to compressive stress. Compressive stress formula, compressive force divided by area. But I am written shear force. So nothing is wrong. Actually, the purpose of the compressive force is to shearing the plate. Our aim is to shear the plate. So it may be treated as a shear force. So pressure or compressive stress equal to shear force divided by resisting area. Shear force we already calculated, divided by resisting area. Resisting area is the pressing area. It depends upon the diameter of the piston or diameter of the punch. Diameter of the punch not given, but we know the diameter of the blank or the round. That is already given. Diameter of the blank is 19 mm. So radius 9.5. So shear force 300 into 9.5 divided by our original pi r square formula. So you get 31.58. So application of stress strain chapter. Then problem number 10. So already we studied so many formula. The missing data we are calculating here, covering all the formula. So stress we already calculated, strain already calculated, how to find out stress, how to find out strain, how to find out Young's modulus, how to find out the factor of safety, safe load, everything we completed. The remaining formula, find last problem, find tensile stress, linear strain, lateral strain, Poisson's ratio, Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and rigidity modulus from the data given below. So this problem covering all the remaining formula. So first you write all the data, given data, tensile load they are given as data. Their problem question only I am given. As in the data are given. If all the data are given, means we can find out. So given data, tensile load 55 Newton. Here the question they are telling, from the given data you find out all the question. Tensile stress, linear strain, lateral strain. So someone question asked from the data. Tensile load 55 Newton. So read carefully. Easy only. Just formula application. Tensile load 55 Newton. Diameter 35 mm. Original length 300 mm. Change in length delta L 0.115 mm. Change in diameter 0.0056 mm. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 data is given. Tensile load, diameter, original length, change in length, change in diameter. 5 data given. So one by one we can go. First one, tensile stress. So tensile load divided by area or force divided by area. Data, you check the data. 55 into 10 power 3. So some mistake. Tensile load you assume as 55 kilonewton, not simply Newton. So the given data, tensile load 55 Newton. You assume that it's not Newton, kilonewton. I mean that printing mistake. So now we go back, come back. Tensile stress equal to force divided by area, 55 into 10 power 3. So because the kilonewton, I am converting into Newton. So that's why the 10 power 3. Otherwise you will get confused. So the mistake, the tensile load data 55 kilonewton. So convert into Newton, 55 into 10 power 3. It became Newton divided by pi r square formula. Radius already given. Diameter given 35. So 15.5 is the radius. So 55 into 10 power 3 divided by pi r square formula, you will get tensile stress. This idea we already studied. How to find out stress, we already having idea. Force divided by area or load divided by area. Then second, linear strain. Linear strain formula is change in length divided by original length. Change in length is nothing but delta L. Delta L means L2 minus L1. Directly data given, both the data given. 0.115 change in length divided by original length 300. Check the unit, both are mm. So unit getting cancelled. So without the unit, linear strain is equal to 0.00383. Similarly, lateral strain. Change in diameter divided by original diameter. Bottom also L given is a D only. Change in diameter divided by original diameter. Not L, delta D divided by D. So delta D given divided by, don't put L value, D, small. So we got 31 given. No? Not 31. Again we say 35. 0.00001829. So anyway, formula you keep it in mind. Lateral strain is equal to change in diameter divided by 0.00567 divided by 35. Not 31, 35. Diameter separating again. So you will get a lateral strain. Go to Poisson's ratio. Lateral strain divided by linear strain. But the answer is right. Poisson's ratio, lateral strain answer is right. Only the 31, you take it as 35. Then fourth one, Poisson's ratio. Formula lateral strain divided by linear strain. Lateral strain data available, linear strain data also available. You divide, you will get 0.308. No unit. Problem number 5, Young's modulus. Formula stress divided by strain. That we know already. Stress value available, strain value available. Here strain means always take linear strain. So you must have taken Young's modulus. So we'll calculate Young's modulus. Formula says stress divided by strain. Stress we calculated 72.861. But the strain, two types of strain we calculated. Always take linear strain. Another name, longitudinal strain. Don't take lateral strain. So Young's modulus, stress divided by strain. Stress is 72.861 divided by strain, linear strain 0.00383. You will get 190.09 into 10 power 3 Newton per meter square. Young's modulus having a unit. Then 6, capital E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. Mu is nothing but 1 by m. 1 by, that is Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio is called mu. Sometimes we are, some people are telling 1 by m, or you can say mu, both are equal. E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2. So E value given, we already calculated 190.09 into 10 power 3 equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 into 0.308. So from this mere calculation only, you will get K value. K means bulk modulus we calculated 165 into 10 power 3 Newton per mm square. Similarly, problem number 7. If you want to find out rigidity modulus, capital N, you apply the relation formula. E is equal to 2n into 1 plus Poisson's ratio. Substitute the value. E is equal to 190.09 into 10 power 3 is equal to 2n into 1 plus 0.308. The rigidity modulus, move all the values, mere calculation. N is equal to 190.09 divided by 2 into this value. Finally, you get strain value, rigidity modulus. So first tensile stress calculate, second linear strain calculate, lateral strain, Poisson's ratio, Young's modulus, all the modulus, 3 modulus available, all the modulus we calculate. So first we studied all the last class idea, then problems almost become completed. So just go through the formula once again for recalling. Once you know the formula, the chapter is very, very easy. Definition also very, very easy. First, what is meant by stress? The ratio between force and area of original cross section is called stress. Unit depends upon force and area, Newton per meter square or kg per meter square anyway. Second one, strain. Just briefly I explain all this. Strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. It has no unit. There are two types of strain, linear strain and lateral strain. L2 minus L1 divided by L1 means linear strain. The diametrical axis change in diameter divided by original diameter means lateral strain formula. Then Young's modulus, the ratio between stress and strain is called Young's modulus. Unit is similar to stress. Then factor of safety formula, the ratio between ultimate stress and safe stress is factor of safety formula. If stress is not given means you can apply load and load. Ultimate load divided by safe load. Poisson's ratio formula, lateral strain divided by linear strain. It is denoted by 1 by m or mu. Then the relation between the three formula, capital E is equal to 2 into n within bracket 1 plus 1 by m, another. So I think I covered all the formula we applied in the problem. So I covered almost. Hereafter, any problem from any topic, any book from stress strain possible. The chapter is very much important. I already told last class itself for designing. If you want to construct roof design, structural design, or by welder people, fabrication people, or the building, the ceiling, or bridge construction, how many rods are required. So the chapter is simple stress and strain. More idea available. After testing the rod, how much load the rod can withstand. How many rods are required for constructing the roof? Whether beam, more load is, suppose bridge, you take a bridge, more load is going over the bridge means more number of rods are required. More number of rods not able to provide means you make more number of beams. So everything, how many rods are required, everything depends upon this chapter only. So go through the chapter. So, any doubt means type in a message box. So question number 2 and question number 7. Question number 2, somebody asked a message, a 10 mm square rod is subjected to a tensile load of 2500. The square rod we are using, so the side of the square is 10 mm. So area of cross section of the rod is 10 into 10, 100. So I think you understand. The first problem, round rod using means the area formula pi r square. Square rod means the area of cross section, the end portion, the withstanding the load. Point load, you have seen that, always take point load. So area square rod, so A square you have to take. Rectangle rod means LB you have to take. So depends upon the shape of the rod. Square rod, that's why area A square formula we applied. Side into side, 10 into 10. Somebody asked a doubt in problem number 7. The iron wire of diameter 0.4 mm is heated, you know. Here the idea taken from heat chapter, coefficient of linear expansion. Suppose all the previous problem, if force is applied, then I am telling length will get increased. L2, L1, assume that original length L1. If force applied, it becomes L2. Change in length L2 minus L1 divided by L1 because of force applied, whether compressive force or tensile force. Here, because of heat applied, the length gets changed. Na? So original length is after, I think you are having this doubt. After heated condition, the rod is getting clamped. That length you assumed as original length. After removing the heat, the metal tries to shrink, come into, at that time lot of force will be coming into the clamp and try to break the clamp. So the final length becomes less. Original length, after heated condition only, it is clamped on both ends. So once the heat remove, if you are removing the heat, the lot of force will be coming into the clamp, try to break the clamp. So how much force is coming under the clamp? I think that doubt you are having. Original length is up. They are clearly telling. Heated uniformly to 300 degrees centigrade and clamped at its end while hot condition. So after heating, the length already expanded. Now the heated condition clamped. Then you remove the heating source, the metal tried to come closer, or the length size reduced. That length you treated as final length. That doubt you are having. So both, any doubt, please? Almost we are going to the class. Any doubt, you ask my material through WhatsApp. Send a message, I will send it. And doubt means you send a message to my WhatsApp.